Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Atifah Shafika. We will be present on what requirement that needed to be focused on to conduct environmental scan for Indonesia office. Firstly, to set up an office in Indonesia, we need to compare how the system works in Indonesia compared to Malaysia, especially for its political views, economical situation, status, and also its social environment. From political views, as for Malaysia, Malaysia have been applied democracy system and parliamentarian governance. The political parties of Malaysia are generally formed based on racial or religious affiliation, and this was institutionalized in Malaysia's race-based and religion-based politics, which are dominated by Muslims. And as for Indonesia, they have been applied presidential with parliamentary characteristic, which before they are applying system of autocratic new orders, but nowadays they have been transformed into the world's third largest democracy through a series of reforms, and Indonesia also have known as largest Muslim democracy, which gives a great impact to the political system in that country. Today, both countries are monopolized and majorities by Muslim. Therefore, it might be not much problems could occur to set up branch office in Indonesia. From economical status aspect, as for Malaysia, Malaysia have been known as an upper middle income region that evolved from raw material producer to a multi-sector economy, which Malaysia also have been aims to become a high income country by 2020 and have been step up the value added supply chain by attracting the investment in high technologies, knowledge-based manufacturing and services. Malaysia's government administration is working to increase the domestic demand and decrease the economy's reliance on export, especially on electronics, oil and gas, and palm oil, which are major economics driver in Malaysia. As for Indonesia, Indonesia have, as we know that they have been outperformed its regional neighbors during the global financial crisis, which they have been joining China and India as the only G20 members to post rise. Indonesia's economy still includes poverty and unemployment, insufficient infrastructure, corruption, a complex regulatory system, and unequal resources distribution among its region. There's also fuel subsidies were drastically cut, allowing the government to refocus its spending on development priorities. But today, both Malaysia and Indonesia have been joined as your members to improve and in development of the both countries. As we know, um, Indonesia have was like low in term of economical compared to Malaysia before, but nowadays Indonesia have been involved and influenced in international business, either in entertainment business and so on. This will be beneficial for our corporation to set up branch in Indonesia. Lastly is from a social environment aspect. For both Malaysia and Indonesia, they have diverse citizenship which are multiracial, multicultural, multi-religious, and so on. This might be due to many ethnic living together in a country. Based on tradition for both Malaysia and Indonesia, they have been prioritizing the harmonious life happiness over the material possession, focusing on ethnic rather than achievement, emphasizing social harmony rather than material wealth rivalry, respecting self-identity rather than wealth, and basing human relationship on time rather than time. But nowadays, there's there's might be some conflict due to comparison and competitive mindset among the citizen, which could lead to racism among different races, different culture, different religions, and so on. However, both countries, Malaysia and Indonesia, most more likely comes from a same clan compared to Japan based on tradition, culture, and so on. Hereby, conducting an environmental scan in Indonesia is more suitable for our corporation product compared to Japan. Thank you.